When speaking of desert, what comes to mind is water shortage, drought, endless sea of sand, and little or no rain. However, recently, the Taklamakan Desert in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region of China was flooded, turning more than 300 square kilometers of the vast desert into a sea. Once this news came out, many people were shocked. How could the desert get flooded? The Taklamakan Desert, located in the center of Tarim Basin in southern Xinjiang, is the largest desert in China and the 10th largest desert in the world, as well as the second largest shifting sand desert in the world. The entire desert is about 1,000 kilometers long from east to west and 400 kilometers wide from north to south, covering an area of 330,000 square kilometers. The average annual precipitation does not exceed 100 millimeter, and the lowest is only 4 to 5 millimeter, while the average evaporation is as high as 25 to 3,400 millimeter. According to Sinopec's official announcement on July 19th, heavy rainfall in the Tian Shan mountain of Xinjiang's Luntai County, coupled with the melting snow in summer, had a cumulative effect which formed a seasonal flood and hit the Yuchi area of Sinopec's northwest oil field, turning it into a water town. As seen in the footage, the floodwater flowed like the Yellow River, causing many flood control barriers to collapse and power poles to tilt. The report said that the water had a huge impact on the production and exploration work in the oil field. Nearly 50 exploration vehicles and 30,000 sets of seismic equipment were flooded, and the affected area reached more than 300 square kilometers, which is equivalent to about 50 times size of Westlake. As summer progresses, extreme weather and strange celestial events occur intensively throughout China. The following are some of the strange celestial events. On August 2nd, a sandstorm hit Dunhuang, Gansu again, turning the sky from red to yellow, a horrible scene. The sandstorm, which is rarely seen in summer, had already occurred once in Jiuchuan's Dunhuang County in Gansu on July 25th, engulfing the entire city in 10 minutes, like the end of the world. On August 1st, Daxing Anling, Heilongjiang, the lowest temperature in Taihe County fell below single digits, and the traders in the agricultural market put on cotton clothes to protect themselves from the cold. On August 1st, moths were flying all over the bridge in Huifa Town, Huinan County, Tonghua City, Jilin. Heavy snowstorm in Xinjiang at the end of July. On July 31st, 2021, Handan, Hebei Province, and Anyang, Henan Province were hit by a super thunderstorm. Lightning insanely cut through the sky, like the stage light effect. On July 31st, mammoth cloud appeared above the city of Handan, Hebei, as if the city was covered by a large cotton candy. In the footage, the Jingsha River under the Zhongba Bridge in Yibing, Sichuan, flows backwards. The person who took the video exclaimed, "This is the first time I've ever seen this in decades. It's so scary. What's the reason for this?" Jingsha River water flowing backwards also makes many netizens worry whether it will be a precursor to a catastrophe. Jingsha River is the upper stream of the Yangtze River, which originates from the Tanggula Mountain in Qinghai. The phenomenon of the river flowing backwards in Yangtze River is quite rare according to the historical records. In addition, it is recorded that Yangtze River dried up twice in the history. One was in 1342 Anno Domini, when the last emperor of Yuan dynasty reigned. Around 20 years after that, the Yuan dynasty ended. The other one was in 1954. In that year, the Chinese Communist Party killed more than 700,000 anti-revolutionaries in the anti-revolutionary campaign and began to engage in public-private partnership, causing the mainland China to be filled with the atmosphere of killing. The Yangtze River and the Yellow River are known as the mother rivers of Chinese civilization, and the Yangtze River is regarded as the dragon's vein of the Chinese land. Now the Yangtze River is flowing backwards. Is this a sign of a great disaster, or is there a big change coming to China? Henan Blood Moon. On July 24th, some netizens shot the red blood moon photo in Hebei and Xingmi at night. On July 23rd, levee breach occurred in Hebei section of the Weihe River, causing massive damage of villages and river farmlands. In Xingmi City, many people were killed by the flood. In Zhengzhou, the capital of Henan province, the real number of deaths in the Jingguang underground tunnel is a mystery. In fact, before the flood came, snow fell in Xinjiang, Henan, on June 30th. According to the Jingfang Yizhuan, a famous ancient Chinese study of I Ching, if the moon changes color, there will be a disaster. The text also says that the red moon is the most yin and cold phase, signifying that the Earth's positive energy is weak and the evil energy becomes strong, which will lead to dramatic changes in the weather and environment. In 1644, when Emperor Chongzheng hanged himself at the Coal Mountain, there was a blood moon in the sky. This year, people in Taiwan had seen the blood moon at the end of March. However, just 3 days later, on April 2nd, a Taroko Express train operated by the Taiwan Railways Administration derailed at the north entrance of Qingshui Tunnel in Hualien County, Taiwan, killing 49 people and injuring at least 200 others. So, what are the implications behind these frequent abnormal celestial events? There is a saying, when something goes wrong, there must be evil. The heaven has the virtue to cherishing life. It is trying to warn and save people via these phenomena. Former professor at Taiwan Jiao Tong University and president of Taiwan Tsinghua School of Management, Chang Shikang, said, "What do the disasters in recent years mean? It means that the nature has been very dissatisfied with human beings and has been unable to endure human beings. So nature has made all kinds of counterattack against human beings, which is manifested in all kinds of disasters over the years. God can speak, but he will warn us in all kinds of ways." Over the years, China's disasters have been not only natural but also man-made. China is now suffering the consequences of the total collapse of its social and moral and ecological system during decades of communist rule. The most famous American genius psychic of the 20th century, Jeane Dixon, also once predicted that humanity is facing a war between good and evil. And in this war, the world will undergo a faith revolution and the baptism of faith revival. Faith will be revived in the end, and human beings will be reborn due to the sincere and firm belief in the Creator.